Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we are talking about scheduled delivery versus on-demand delivery in the food delivery space. So every driver eventually figures out what kind of worker they are, whether it's the on-demand hustler or the scheduled operator. One jumps on opportunities as they come up, and the other one plans down to every minute or has a particular scheduled out system. Both of these opportunities can make great money, but it come with a different set of mindsets, trade-offs, and long-term potential. And today we're breaking down how they compare from time commitment to value, flexibility, opportunity, all of it. So that way you can figure out what is best for you as a gig worker. So with that said, we are talking about the major differences between scheduled and on-demand delivery, how it actually is for gig workers in the gig economy, no matter what your goals are, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain, is never intended to be, legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that everything that we're going to be going over is very market to market and case by case. What applies to me in my market may not apply to you. Also, we're going to be having a heavier focus on the food delivery space, so keep that in mind when watching this video. So with that said, let's get started. Time commitment. On-demand delivery can be very spontaneous. You log in and you grind when it's busy, or you just stay online until you get an order while focusing on other things. That's one of the things that I like to do, is I like to focus on other parts of my business while also waiting for orders online. Sometimes you'll even hear them during my videos. But the catch is you're never really guaranteed one, and you're really working on the app schedule or the customer schedule and not really your schedule. Scheduled orders, on the other hand, are a little bit more fixed. You're locked in for specific hours or routes, depending on what kind of orders you're taking, unless something changes. Customers still have the right to cancels. Merchants still have the right to hand it off to one of their own drivers, or like with Amazon Flex, if you're going more package routes. The route might disappear and there are no runs left, so you just get paid for standing near the building. So make sure whichever app you're booking has a system that accounts for those situations, or you'll be stuck hoping to grab something at the very last minute. Regardless, one gives you freedom while the other gives you structure. You just have to decide which one fits you and your personal goals more effectively. Time per order. On-demand orders are kind of quick. They run about 15 minutes on average, 30 minutes on average as a total order, from receiving the order, picking up the order, dropping off the order. But you'll spend extra time between requests driving to hotspots, declining bad orders, or just waiting or commuting back to where you were previously. That downtime isn't always wasted, however. You can use it to handle other business tasks, like I was saying before, logging mileage, updating expense reports, checking emails, scouting for better delivery zones, or zones that kind of connect with each other based on the orders that you've accepted and delivered to. Scheduled orders, on the other hand, tend to take longer. Sometimes it takes about an hour from pickup to drop off to account for catering setups, larger drop-offs, route style deliveries, etc. But the pay usually reflects the time invested more effective. You also have to factor in the prep time before the route, not accepting orders prior to starting that route, plus the drive there and back, the deadhead miles after the delivery if you're far from your normal zone, etc. And with on-demand, you win on volume. With scheduled, you win on efficiency. So both require strategy, just in different ways. Value. On-demand pay is all about timing. You might catch a surge or a promo and have $30 within a certain hour, or you might start stacking back-to-back orders or start to really get a real rhythm going, and in a couple of hours you could have over $100. And there are other times where you're not getting anything and you're just working on administrative tasks or other aspects of your business, if you have any. Scheduled orders, on the other hand, is steady work. You usually know what you're earning before you even start. It might not spike as high, but it's far more predictable. unpredictable. That is if you're working with the right partners. Make sure you're working with the platforms and restaurants that are on the straight and narrow, because otherwise you can lock in an order at 11 a.m. and then wake up to the order was canceled by the customer or merchant at 8:58 and you get nothing for it. And you have to hope that you could scramble something together in order to actually make up for the lost order. Think of it like trading stocks versus earning a salary. One is volatile and one is stable, and there is value in both depending on your goals. Flexibility. On demand gives you full undeniable freedom. Start anytime, pause anytime, stack apps, build your days as you go. That said, start anytime doesn't mean that there are orders anytime. You could be available at 3 a.m. for some people and barely see a ping. But if you're active at 5 p.m., you're going to get a much better shot at catching consistent orders and getting a real rhythm and momentum going. Scheduled work gives you a different type of freedom. The freedom to plan ahead and to control your own schedule. You can just as easily say no to a route if it doesn't fit within your day, but you do have to account for the time around the pickup and the drop off specifically. The drivers who are rewarded the most in this space are the ones who have a solid sense of time management. The ability to see how both styles fit into their schedule without burning themselves out. Flexibility favors the hustler who likes to adapt. Structure favors the planner who likes consistency. Opportunity. On-demand work is as wide open as it gets. Easy to start, fast to join, always evolving. But competition is brutal, and you're really at the mercy of the algorithm and how flooded your market is with other gig workers. That said, on-demand doesn't mean app-based food or package delivery. It could also include contract work, going into medical courier and stuff like that. But that's really not the focus of this video. These jobs are still on demand, but they're on a higher level. They're ideal for drivers who want to grow professionally in that space, though the demand, as usual, is always more. Strict timelines, background checks, specialized training, different certifications, etc. Scheduled work, on the other hand, also takes longer to access. Dispatcher or partner companies typically only trust their most reliable drivers. You can build your reputation by taking smaller or low-ball orders in the very beginning, but that doesn't mean you should lose money just to make what you already do now. The key is to find balance between proving reliability and protecting your bottom line. Once you're established, you can build lasting relationships and steady income streams that pay you what you're worth. One rewards speed and availability, while the other rewards reliability and reputation. Satisfaction. Satisfaction works differently for each type of driver. For on-demand drivers, it often comes from variety, new routes, challenges, and the freedom to control your own pace. Every shift feels like a clean slate, and sometimes getting an unexpected banger can completely change the flow of your day. For scheduled drivers, satisfaction comes from completion, knowing exactly what's expected and executing it cleanly and seeing consistent results day after day. I've spoken to plenty of people who compared ezCater drivers to DoorDash drivers, and the difference in perception is noticeable. ezCater drivers are often seen as less stressed and more professional, with a stronger sense of pride and satisfaction in their work. And it's not that DoorDash drivers don't work hard, but the structure of a scheduled delivery removes much of the chaos that comes with the on-demand grind. There's no better kind of satisfaction. It just depends on your personality, and if you like the thrill of change and opportunity, on-demand keeps things exciting. And if you prefer stability, structure, and long-term consistency, scheduled routes feel far more rewarding. Clientele. Different platforms attract different types of customers, and that directly affects order volume, reliability, and earnings. On-demand delivery apps mostly serve the everyday consumer, the young adults, the college students, families avoiding cooking because their kids are driving them nuts. Last minute buyers, late night impulse buyers, people responding to that craving, that promo, that convenience. The audience is huge, but unpredictable. Order sizes are often smaller and frequency swings throughout the day, and cancellations or item issues happen more often because customers treat these apps casually. ezCater and scheduled catering bring a different type of clientele altogether. Corporate offices, business meetings, medical offices, law firms, schools and university, event planners, and conferences and seminars. These customers can also be on DoorDash and other things, but they are much less frequent than the ezCater driver who is literally designated for that. Also, these customers order because they must, not because they feel like it. That also means higher value orders, more predictable schedules, fewer cancellations, better communication, structured preparation from the restaurant, etc. Even if they don't greet you by name, these clients respect the process, and ezCater enforces standards that keep restaurants accountable as opposed to, oh, we'll get to you in 20 minutes. In short, on-demand is high frequency and low predictability, whereas scheduled is lower frequency, high consistency, and stronger payouts. And who you serve shapes how you earn. Mindset. Your mindset determines how far you'll go in either space. On-demand drivers succeed when they treat flexibility as a tool and not a crutch, using downtime strategically instead of waiting for luck. But in the food delivery space specifically, many on-demand drivers aren't really fully equipped to handle the larger orders that come out throughout the day. And sometimes that means literally. They might not have enough bags or large enough catering bags to handle the bigger orders properly. Scheduled drivers thrive when they treat the structure like a system and not a cage, managing time and communication and reliability to scale their value. They also tend to treat their work more professionally too. It's not just whatever, but taking pride in the presentation, preparation, and how they represent the company or client they're driving for. And at the end of the day, both mindsets come down to ownership. You control your results, not the apps. Expectations. The expectations placed on drivers and the way they're treated are very drastically between platforms. Most people have a poor view on the on-demand space, DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub, and often assume they're careless, impatient, unreliable. Just there's this stigma that bleeds into how restaurants and customers treat them too, and it's disgusting. Many drivers are met with unfair attitudes, from being ignored at pickup counters to being blamed for things completely out of their control. Restaurants will often put them on the back burner, prioritizing in-house or catering orders first, and showing very little concern for whether the on-demand order actually goes out on time or not. In contrast, ezCater drivers and other scheduled couriers are often treated with more respect. Restaurants usually see them as part of a structured process and not just another gig worker. They might not greet you by name, but they typically have the order ready and organized. Because if they don't, ezCater will come down on them for delays and mistakes. That accountability benefits both the driver, the DSP, the platform, the customers, all of it. And that difference in treatment shapes the behavior of all parties involved, including the driver. So when you're treated like a professional, you start to act like one. And when you're treated like a disposable app worker, staying motivated requires a little bit more discipline. Expectations aren't just about what the app demands, it's also how the world responds to the kind of work you choose to do. Which is better? To be honest, neither one really wins outright. They both have their pros and they both have their cons. It really depends on your goals and your lifestyle. Some drivers prefer to just do on-demand and that's it, because they have unpredictable or chaotic schedules. They need the freedom to log in and out and adapt by the hour. And for them, on-demand is a perfect fit because forced schedule work into their routine would be counterproductive. Whereas other drivers who want to build long-term and scalable success, they want a predictable income, they want stronger relationships with the restaurants they work with the dispatchers they work with, and they want opportunities to grow beyond single orders. For them, scheduled work or a mix of scheduled and on-demand work creates the foundation in which they can scale. And the smartest, most growth-oriented drivers often mix both. They run scheduled routes to lock in predictable earnings and then fill in the gaps with on-demand apps to boost income and to maintain flexibility. This balance lets them adapt to market changes without depending on a single source. The truly forward-thinking drivers know that at some some point, they'll need to step out from behind the wheel as well and start to dispatch the deliveries for themselves, building systems, teams, and opportunities that scale beyond them and their own time on the road. Again, we have the Build Your Own Delivery Service Provider course that is going to be available in the description. I'm not going to do a full plug, but feel free to check that out. But in the end, the apps don't define your success. Your goals, your mindset, your consistency, and your growth often do. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe. Check out my website, drivenwyld.com, if you would like to learn more about the services and gig platforms we have talked about in the past and are offering to gig workers today. And if you'd like to stay on the cutting edge of what's happening in the gig economy today and be in the know of what most people are talking about, make sure to check out our new channel, the Gone Wild Live Clips and Podcast, where we take the live streams we hold on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, cut them down to more digestible clips, and have them posted there. Also, check out my Patreon for more exclusive clips, full-length live stream replays, and other membership perks for self-employed individuals who want to grow and scale their business. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time. Rise up, shake off that 9 to 5 rust. In this wild world of hustle.